There is one retirement decision that I see people obsess over more than almost any other. When should I start Social Security? After nearly 20 years in financial planning, I've learned people rarely make this decision based on math alone. Most retirees ultimately make it based on three things: the financial answer, the emotional answer, and the political answer. Let's start with the financial answer because this is the one advisors love. The math is pretty simple. Claim early and your benefit is permanently reduced. Delay and your benefit grows, roughly 8% per year until age 70. That's why you'll often hear of the break even point. For many people, it falls somewhere around age 80. Live longer than that, and delaying often wins. Pass away sooner and claiming earlier may have produced more total dollars. The average man who reaches age 62 is expected to live to roughly age 82, and the average woman to roughly age 85. So statistically, the math often favors delaying. But here is where real life enters the conversation. If you delay Social Security, you still need income. For many retirees, that means pulling money from a 401k or an IRA. So the real question isn't just how much Social Security will I receive? It's how does Social Security fit into my overall retirement plan? And honestly, that leads directly into the emotional side of the decision because where you pull money from first can impact your family. A 401k and an IRA can be inherited. Social Security generally cannot. So some retirees prefer spending Social Security first and preserving investment assets for heirs. But the biggest emotional factor I see is something else entirely. Most retirees spend 30 or 40 years learning how to save money. Then retirement arrives and we ask them to do the exact opposite: spend it. And many struggle with that transition. I've seen retirees become genuinely uncomfortable watching account balances decline, even when the plan is working exactly as designed. That's why some people take Social Security earlier, not because the math says so, but because emotionally it feels better. But if I'm being honest, I find many people have already made up their mind before they fully considered either the financial argument or the emotional argument. And that's because they formed a political opinion. Every year we hear another Social Security headline. The latest projections show the retirement trust fund could be depleted around 2033, earlier than previously expected. Now, that doesn't mean Social Security disappears, but it does mean changes will likely be needed. Some people look at those headlines and say, I'm taking my benefit as soon as possible. Others believe Congress will eventually fix the problem. And then there's another concern I hear more and more often: means testing. The idea that higher income retirees could someday receive reduced benefits. Now, Social Security isn't broadly means tested today, but we already have something similar in Medicare through IRMA, where higher income retirees pay larger premiums. And that's really the point. Social Security claiming isn't purely a math problem. It's a financial decision wrapped in family considerations, emotions, political beliefs, and uncertainty about the future. The mistake isn't delaying. The mistake is making the decision without understanding the trade offs, because the best Social Security decision isn't necessarily the one that produces the biggest number on a spreadsheet. It's the one you feel confident about after considering all three: the financial answer, the emotional answer, and the political answer. That's it for this week. This is Jeannie, the 401k lady.